Squad is, I go in, I drive go home, you know. I shoot out with two boys at marketplace this in the night, yeah, so. I go home again, I get discharged, the next police get shot in the back, he shot fly through. See me I say. I go home, one boy dead, the next boy must get gunshot and run off in the gully there, so the police they come the place and look for him. You see me I say. Stop the boy and the boy then open fire upon me. You see me I say. I get shot in my foot still, and a little bleed still, and nothing serious. So I drive, I go home, I get discharged in the night. The next man we get shot in him back. He get shot fly through him back there, him get discharged. So 2 hours I go home still. So we're good. We get all of support and call from Federal Aviation and railway, this and that. I don't know what things said. So I go home, you know, I'm good. Yeah man, I'm good.
People. Que pasa, sapa, say what they do. Now the first thing that is popping in the news is that we see that two popo they were shot and conned up. We are speaking about in the leg and also in the shoulder in an incident that took place off Constant Spring Road. We are speaking about early Wednesday morning. We are speaking about at about 2 a.m. Now based on the information that is out there, the popo spotted a car in the vicinity of Marketplace. And people, if you don't know where Marketplace is, that is the place that they have Usain Bolt's restaurant, and there is also truck stop and other. We are speaking about restaurants, other businesses, other establishments. So people, I don't know what this set of men were doing out there at 2 a.m. in the morning, and maybe the popo might have foiled some sort of robbery attempt. I don't know. However, based on the information that is out there, it is said that the popo saw the vehicle and then pull up on the vehicle, and when they went towards the vehicle, some men alighted out of the vehicle and started to blaze up some corn on the popo. And based on the information, it is said that the popo returned the fire, and after the SMOKE clear, one person was slapped away. One of the men that opened fire was slapped away, and the next one was also injured and taken to the place of recovery. So people, like you see, these people, them not care. Everybody is getting desperate, and everybody is trying the crime thing. Everybody is trying the quick rich scheme. Everybody want the quick come up. Nobody wants to work. However, everybody want what everybody else have, but everybody else is not putting in the work. So therefore, what them are going to do? Them are going to thief, and they are going to take it away from the hard working people. So based on this information, like we say, two popo got injured, which is not good. However, one of the persons got slapped away and the next one was taken to the place of recovery. So more than likely, two we are talking about criminals come off of the street. One of them went to the morgue and the next one hopefully is going to end up in the big yard. So anyways people, that is my views on the whole thing as it pertains to that. And like me say, it is just my views and opinion. It is not the gospel. Your views and opinion can be respectfully different from mine. But let me know what you think in the comment section. Bless up. Now before I move to the next part of my video, please subscribe to my next channel. It is called Jamaica Dancehall Source, one word, and I'll be pinning the link to that channel in the description of this video. Now people, we see that the popo has been on a rampage and they are dismantling. We are speaking about gangs in St. James. We are talking about Montego Bay, left, right and center. We are talking about the Precca gang. We are speaking about the Sparta gang. However, in this video, I am going to speak specifically about the Sparta gang. Now people, about a week ago, we saw that there was some sort of shootout in a Montego Bay with some popo and some men. They engaged the popo in a shootout, and after the incident clear, it was said that at least one person was taken out and some other person were taken into custody. And based on the report, it is also said that 2 Glock pistols were also found and also 30 rounds of ammunition. And based on the popo information, it is said that they have held at least 7 important members of the Sparta gang, and they are now in the custody of the popo. We are talking about them, they are the big yard or they are at the jails. So based on what the popo is saying, they are saying that they are getting credible intelligence, they are getting credible information, and they now have a clear picture of what is going on and who is who, which part is where, and who are the violence producers that are in Montego Bay and specifically flankers. And based on what the Popo report is claiming or alleging, they are not only linking the gangs in flankers, but they're also linking them to Washington Boulevard, to Kingston. We're speaking about Mountain View. Now people only talk about Washington Boulevard. We're speaking about the incident as it pertains to Pablo Dan. So are they saying that the reason why Pablo Dan was slapped away because of some link as it pertains to flankers? People, me no know. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Now people, like I've always said, we have to give credit where credit is due. And when we see that the Popo is doing a very good job, we have to basically commend them. However, there are certain things that the Popo say are certain link that they are trying to make. And it kind of make me have to question some of the things that they are saying. If it seems like they have some sort of agenda, they're on some sort of motive for kind of link dancehall music, and we are speaking about badness as it pertains to flanker, as it pertains to Tommy Lee Sparta. Because based on what the Popo is claiming, they claim that they now have a link, that flankers is also linked to entertainment. And people, when them talk about entertainment, they are not talking about reggae. They are specifically talking about dancehall. So basically what they are claiming is that one of the persons that was involved in that shootout in a Montego Bay, they found him at a studio. Now people, let's make sense out of nonsense, because the truth and the facts that there are several studios. There are a lot of studios in Jamaica. Basically, Jamaica have more studios than any other place in the world. We are speaking about per square miles or per 1,000 people. So the point that I am trying to make is that based on what the Popo is saying, the fact that they held one of the men that was in the shootout at a studio, that is a definitive link that dancehall and entertainment is also linked. We're speaking about the gang or the gun culture or the crime culture in Jamaica. And people, that is absurd. However, we know what they are trying to do. They are trying to say that Tommy Lee Sparta is a part of the crime problem. And people, don't get it twisted, don't get it misconstrued. Me just say, if you have those claims and if you have that intelligence like you claim or allege, you have to basically prove it in a court, because people, like you say, I am from the show me state. You have to show me. You can't make me any sort of promises, because like they said, promise is a comfort to a fool, and a fool is always a last to know. So people, the point that I am trying to make, not because the Popo said that it is so, they have to prove it. That is their job, to prove who is guilty and who is linked. And based on the information that they have, we would like to see like how they are bragging on people. Like myself, we give credit where credit is due. However, if you claim that you have all this information and you're putting all the puzzle together, we should assume that sooner or later we're going to hear some sort of big indictment, including Tommy Lee Sparta and the 7 persons that you have in custody that you say are top figures in the gang. People, me just say, that is the least that we should expect based on their assertion or based on the claims that they are making about this gang and dancehall. Am I right? Am I wrong? Let me know what you think in the comment section. So people, like me say, based on what the Popo is saying, they're on the verge of dismantling this Sparta gang. So therefore, them have all sort of intelligence, them have everybody in a custody. And they are insinuating that the person that them hold, we are talking about the top level gangsters, they are snitching, they are giving information, they are trying to save themselves. And people, what is also bad, or what I find very damning about the situation, is that they are trying to insinuate that Tommy Lee Sparta, being one of those persons that they are trying to link to the Sparta gang, is also snitching. So therefore, indirectly, they are basically jeopardizing this man's life. They are jeopardizing this man's career, because when they make general claims, people are going to always assume, because you know how social media is. People are always going to assume the worst. So therefore, if them say 7 people are the 7 people, are the top level people that are in the organization, are snitching, are giving information, they are squealing, that means that more than likely the possibility or the probabilities are Tommy Lee Sparta is also a rat. So people, what do you think that they are doing? They are basically putting this man's life on the line without any sort of proof, without any sort of day in court, because we've seen on several occasions they have arrested him, no charge, hold him for a couple of days, hold him under the state of emergency. However, the same result, no sort of charge, no sort of conviction, point blank and period. So therefore the Popo is making it seem as if that last incident that took place as it pertained to the shootout with the Popo and the gunmen them, that was as a result of information that they got from some of the persons. So therefore the Popo is saying that they are always on spot because they are getting information, because people are snitching. However, even though they are trying to dismantle this gang, the people them not surrender. They're always still in some sort of confrontation with the Popo. So therefore them make the people them know they are painting the pictures that even though they have some key figures of the organization in a custody, the other people them still a fight on. They are still putting up a resistance. So people like me say, if this was any sort of ongoing investigation, why would the Popo be putting out this sort of information? Shouldn't they have concluded this investigation and make sure so them have everything wrapped up without exposing their hand? So therefore what is going to happen? The other people them are going to take with themselves. So therefore the Popo, while they are basically in celebratory mode and making the public know that they are doing their job and they are dismantling this gang, they are also indirectly or directly, they are sabotaging their own case. So therefore, they might shoot themselves in the foot. And people, that is not proper Popo investigation or Popo protocol. It makes absolutely no sort of sense. It only makes their story sounds less credible. And people like me see, people on social media, they are basically brainwashed. They will believe any and everything the Popo say because that is a justice system. So people, the point that I am trying to make is that don't believe the hype. Don't believe everything we hear from the Popo or these justice people, because sometimes they are over sensationalizing the situation. They are just, we are speaking about exaggerating, because at the end of the day, after all of this, if there's no sort of indictment, we are talking about people get arrested and charged and nobody not get convicted. It is all for show. It is all for, we are talking about shame. Point blank and period. So anyways, the moral of the story is that we see that the Popo is doing their job and they are getting intelligence, and based on what they are saying, them have information, them have critical pieces of the puzzle in a custody of the Popo. We are talking about the Sparta gang, and they said that from 2015 to 2020 this gang has been responsible for 43 slap away. So people, if we do the maths, we are speaking about at least 8 persons per year that is slapped away by this gang, based on what the Popo is saying. And people, that is a whole lot. Point blank and period. Now when we look at this case and we see that Tommy Sparta has been in the custody of the Popo on this latest incident for in excess of 2 weeks going on to 3 weeks. And based on what his lawyer said, he had 6 and was scheduled for a 7th. We are speaking about question and answer. Now people, let me ask you a question. If the Popo have the information that they claim, if they have all this intelligence, why are they doing 7 question and answer with 1 person? Because if you know, you know. You don't have to ask no question, because like them say, what is understood does not need to be explained. So therefore, if you have the intelligence like you claim, so therefore, why are you causing this man? Because every time the lawyer have to show up, coming from Kingston to Montego Bay, you know we are speaking about hundreds of thousands of dollars. So therefore, people, the motive is that they are trying to drain this person. They are trying to psychologically pressure this person. We are talking about Tommy Sparta, because at the end of the day, if you have the information like you claim, you are basically jeopardizing this person's life. You are basically jeopardizing this person's reputation, because you are insinuating, you are giving the impression as if Tommy Sparta is one of those persons that are snitching. So therefore, you are setting up this person's life. And people, based on some information that I got, based on what the court is saying, it is illegal, it is unconstitutional. We're speaking about the state of emergency, in which a lot of persons, specifically from Montego Bay, are held under the SOE, or Zone of Special Operation. So people, the court is saying that it is unconstitutional, and you cannot hold any person for an indefinite amount of time without any sort of charges. So people, will we see anything change as it pertains to Tommy Sparta and the other men that are held under the state of emergency? And people, like me say, let me make myself clear again. Let me put out my disclaimer, because me know so we have the brainwash people them out there. We are talking about the sheep them and on a know on a self. me just say we want to say congratulations to the Popo for doing a job and doing their job properly within protocol. However, when you are violating somebody's civil rights or human rights, it is not justice. And I understand that a lot of you people, you sheeps out there, wanna act like wanna come from uptown, wanna act like wanna come from some sort of uppity neighborhood. However, it seems as if you have a lot of hate for dancehall artists. And me just say, this is not me taking up for dancehall, this is just me talking the truth. And the truth is that you cannot violate person's civil rights, their human rights, regardless of what you want to do. And we understand that Jamaica has a lot of crime situation. However, you can't take it out on anybody unless you have the evidence, unless you have the proof, point blank and period. So anyways, people, that is my views on the whole thing as it pertains to that. And like me say, it is just my views and opinion. It is not the gospel. Your views and opinion can be respectfully different from mine, but let me know what you think in the comment section. Bless up.